Namaste. I'd like to begin by wishing everybody a very joyous and prosperous Diwali 2020. I'd also like to start by chanting a traditional mantra from the Vedas, which are the oldest texts known to humanity. It is a prayer called the Gayatri Mantra to the sun, an ode to the sun, invoking the light of the sun, or the power of the light in oneself, in the intellect, in the mind, to illumine all the dark corners of the mind, to make the mind think in the proper direction, to think clearly, so it can make the right decisions. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naf Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So I began with this particular invocation as Diwali is the festival of lights, not just celebrated in India, but the world over by millions of people. It actually comes from two Sanskrit words, Deepa, Avali. Deepa means light, and Avali means row. So it is literally translated as rows of lights. And these rows of lights are symbolic because these rows of lights illumine our path in life. They illumine our way home to ourselves. And this idea comes from the most famous legend surrounding the festival of Diwali, which concerns an incarnation of divinity in Hinduism known as Lord Rama. He and his retinue were exiled to the forest for a period of 14 years, during which they had to undergo a lot of challenges, extreme hardships and difficulties. And finally, this culminated in a war waged against a great, powerful demon known as Ravana. Of course, the divinity overpowers this demon, and Lord Rama is victorious in the war. And Diwali is celebrated when he returns home to Ayodhya. He is coming home, and the citizens of the city illumine his way home with rows and rows of diyas or lamps. So the whole city is lit up to bring divinity back to its source, to its place, home. So it is very symbolic in the way that, first of all, it is victory of good over evil. It's a victory of light over darkness. And Diwali symbolizes also a victory on a more esoteric level of knowledge over ignorance. In some regions of India also, Diwali, the goddess Lakshmi is invoked during this time. She's a goddess of wealth and fortune. And there is another legend saying that Diwali is celebrated to commemorate her coming into existence during the churning of the ocean, or Samudra Matanam. She is born from that churning, and she represents spiritual wealth as well as material wealth. So all the good qualities of compassion, kindness, forgiveness, love, everything that we truly actually want to develop, she is the one who can bestow all of that. So Diwali, on Diwali day, along with her ability to bestow material wealth, she's also worshipped for spiritual qualities. So these are particular legends surrounding the festival of Diwali. But it is also a time of reflection. It is a time for rebirth or ushering in the new. And to symbolize this, new dresses are worn, houses are cleaned. It is all like a big spring cleaning. Although the festival is in autumn, we can say autumn cleaning, but it's everybody has a big spring clean, and new dresses are worn on Diwali day. Out with the old and in with the new is the motto. So again, it is clearing out all that is unnecessary, unneeded, and harmful in our lives. You don't need that. So symbolically, this is represented in the way that we celebrate the festival. Inwardly, it is also doing, as I said, away with the inner demons. They're called the Shadaris, the 6 enemies of man in Sanskrit. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Moha, and Matsarya. Kama is binding desires. Krodha, anger. Lobha, excessive greed. Mada, excessive pride. Moha, delusion. And Matsarya, which is jealousy. These are the 6 enemies of all man. So, Shadaris, it is symbolic that the light is brought in to destroy this negativity in our minds. It is also a time for giving and forgiving, because many, many gifts are given. It is more the giving that is important, the bhavana or the attitude of giving during Diwali, and forgiving as well. So gifts are distributed to friends, to relations, and grudges are forgotten. It's a time for moving on from, again, from the old to the new. So moving on, forgetting the grudges, because grudges are only harmful to the one holding the grudge. So one realizes after the reflection, these grudges are harmful for me in my life. So better to forgive and carry on with one's life. It's also a time which unifies communities, bringing families together. All meet, they eat together, delicious feasts during this festival time, joint family lunches and dinners, and everything is enjoyed together. So all that is good in life is experienced during these days of Diwali. And of course, the final meaning of Diwali, which is most important, is the spiritual significance. The inner light of Atma, of consciousness, is there, it is said in our Veda, in every being in this universe. And this inner light is that which lends existence to all other lights. The light of all lights, Atma Jyoti, it is known as. So this Diwali day is celebrated symbolically to represent us returning to the source to that light which is the source of existence, the source of all life on this planet and in the universe. So may the light of Diwali light up your lives on all these levels, and may you discover peace, harmony, and happiness on this Diwali and on all days to come. Again, I would like to finish with a traditional prayer, which also shows the importance of this light. Asato ma Sadgamaya. O Lord, lead us from untruth to truth. Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya. O Lord, lead us from darkness to the light. Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. O Lord, lead us from death to immortality. This is a very famous prayer, again, from the ancient scriptures, talking about the power of light to remove the darkness from all our lives. Thank you, and wish you again a very happy Diwali. Namaste.